Now, ever since Queenzflip started taking a different approach in how he represents himself, we've seen a different side of him. We love it. We even love the crazy side. We love the antics. We love Flip. We understand that, right? He brings a different layer, a different element to the content. But at this point, he's already established himself as who he is. We understand that he's inspired the likes of Fatboy SEC, Kais, and that. He's inspired a lot of content creators, which is amazing. But now he's rebranding and he's heading in a different direction. But after seeing the new episode of Improper Improv and seeing what's going on,
I'm not here to be disrespectful.
I'm genuinely disappointed.
I'm for you.
Yeah, that
I'm
doesn't.
here for you.
What do you mean you're here for me? You don't even know me.
No, I'm saying, but they said that you
And the reason why we'll jump into it, Queenzflip, he expresses his frustration and talks about the dark side of it. But the reason why I bring it up is because Queenzflip is such a dope content creator. We understand that, right? Cool. But now, at what point do you say, I've mastered the crazy stuff, I've mastered the antics, how about I master this providing value, providing substance? I'm sorry, not providing, he was always providing, but providing substance. Your audience that you catered to 7 years ago, they've grown within that 7 years. They no longer want to see the same thing that you were providing them with. Now, you understand that. That's why he's changed and rebranded himself. You go to the Queenzflip channel, we get a new flip. Amazing. But then we get this new episode of Improper Improv, which is an opportunity for Flip to really capitalize off of this new branding, off of this new audience, off of this new a whole new vibe. We understand that JBP reaches almost 10 to 15, almost, sometimes 20 million, 30 million when you add in the audio listeners, not just audio and visual. So you're getting 30 to 20 million listeners per month. You have a different reach than when it was just Queenzflip and Flip the Script. Granted, both of those platforms are successful, but it is year 2030 something for you, my boy. There's no reason why you're coming out and providing and creating anything without pre-production. Oh, we did pre-production, and you guys came out like this? There was a pre-production meeting, and you guys came out like this and did this BS?
That don't seem racist to you?
This is ridiculous. This is someone who is an avid fan of JBP. An avid, like, I am a student of Joe Budden. You get what I'm trying to say? So when I see this right here, I'm confused as to what went wrong. Like what didn't click up here? Because he understand that the new Joe Budden, everything, he's been benefiting off that. It's been doing great for him. He's attracting a new audience. But why take steps backwards and regress and go back to the antics and go back to pulling an actor therapist out? Bro, there was a real actor. When I was watching this, I'm so confused as to what I'm watching.
Was he not on Howard Stern?
No, not me. Oh, I know what's going on here. Who else is here?
I'm confused.
Who else is here?
This is ridiculous.
Who else is here?
And the reason why it's ridiculous is, for one, you've been in the Joe Budden School of Organization. You've been in the Joe Rogan School of pre-production. You know that there's so much more than turning on that camera and just hey. But we know Flip. That's what he does. Flip just being him is content. That's COE right there. Flip just being him. But at one point, do you mature and say, how can I do this while sitting on a chair and speaking and having conversation and dialogue? Joe Budden doesn't have to do. He can tomorrow or the next episode, right? He don't have to do no crazy takes. He don't got to yell at nobody. He don't got to do nothing, because he's established this kind of cachet with the audience that we understand that it's substance there. We're not looking forward to that clickbait, to the next big action or whatever. So I mean, it's truly saddening to see, because I love Flip. We all love Flip, right? But the same reason why they love you is the same reason why they hate you. They love you because you're stubbornly you. But now it's like, if you're going to put out this content and we're the long form watchers, it's kind of almost disrespectful. But let's listen to what Flip was saying in terms of some of the frustrations behind the scene.
Which is a lot more than the creators that you support. And I'm telling you that because of the algorithm and things change, and a lot of long form content is now coming back because the streamers are taking over, and they're taking it to Twitch and Kick. And only a handful of people, like, what's the nigga name, Speed?
Yeah, Speed.
Yeah, he's able to conform and do the long form content. That is good for a 2.5 hour show to get to 110,000 views in 3 days. Yes, if you're asking me, because I know how the system works. And on top of that, when you type in Queenzflip, Joe Budden, if you type in our names, Improper's not popping up instantly like that, right? So the algorithm has to kick in. So yes, I do think that it is. I do think that is great. Yeah, if you're asking me based off my experience and understanding how the system works. Do I think the content could be better? Of course. But if you understand the CPM, you understand how all that shit go. Like only speed. I don't know, whatever he did, Speed got them niggas watching for a long time. And that shit means something to fucking YouTube. I don't know what he's doing.
He got a younger audience. His audience got to be anywhere from 9, 10, 11, 12 years old up to 18. So you're working with a different.
But usually the young audience's attention span ain't there. It's you want.
Yeah, but that's what we think. But now, it's so shout out to the nigga Furious because he's right. Like the younger audience, we think is not there, but them niggas is watching Kai Cenat. 100,000 to 200,000 people is watching them for 5 hours straight. Imagine that. Imagine that one time niggas just watching straight. 100,000 people to 200,000 people watching straight. So the youth or whatever these fucking phones did, it has changed how the youngins consume the content.
Yeah, it's the millennials that don't got an attention span. Niggas got responsibilities, kids, jobs, spaces. So yeah, the young kids, they locked in on the iPads.
There you go. You got it. And that's what we had to learn. I've been learning that, man. Yo, you said it right. I've been learning that. So nigga, I've been learning that. So knowing what I know, I think it did great. Like I think the number wise is great. Now you can say where the numbers came from. People was looking forward to it, or you can say where the numbers came from, or like that. We could have that conversation at another time. But like view wise, I think it's gonna get to, it's gonna get where it need to go. You know what I mean? It's gonna get where it need to go. Once it, hopefully it's gonna get to where it need to go. Well, yeah.
My only pushback on the youth thing, not to say that, because I think Furious is right. I'm not saying that.
As a parent, TSA PreCheck is a huge relief because of all the stuff you have to take. Strollers, snacks, entertainment for them. You just have to take all of that with you when you're traveling with kids. That's why we got TSA PreCheck.
Venomize your browser. With the deadly host mod. Animated wallpaper.
Yes, I consume that. And so for me, somebody like me, I got the attention span to watch whatever you deliver in 2, 3, 4 hours if it's engaging. You know what I mean? So I don't think you necessarily have to or feel like you need to shoot for the youth. You should want to get a very big audience, but the audience you have already there, for your audience and Joe Budden's audience, we are primed to be here for 3, 4 hours being entertained. At least most of us. We got jobs and shit, but at the end of the day,
great response. So I was thinking more from a selfish point of view. I wasn't speaking about Joe.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I wasn't speaking about not one time that I like them niggas. You think I want to sit there for 3 fucking hours? Them niggas do so much. No, I'm not speaking about. He got that shit online. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about a completely different animal and the type of content that I'm doing, right? Like, if you watch the CPM, shit, there's so much to get into. Okay, he had built this. He had set it up. This nigga's a genius. He had set it up in a way where that happens. Like people will watch it in its entirety, right? And if it's entertaining, and some people, they use the skip button and shit like that. He follows and tracks his algorithm and his analytics. I was speaking from a more Queenzflip brand and the type of content that I'm doing and want to do, right? Like if you see the content that I'm doing or want to do and people are traveling, them niggas cut 24-hour shit into 18-minute videos.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange that Queenzflip still is referring to a Kai Cenat, a young audience. We, the JBP fan, we've seen Joe literally speak on how he feels about Kai Cenat, the young people streaming. It's great. It's just not our niche. We're not 12 years old, 14 years old. So this is kind of inconsistent with the new rebranding. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Appreciate y'all, man.